Let me know when.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So, welcome to some flying. We are in Tasmania, Hobart Airport, International Airport. You can see there is a few of us already lined up here. We have today myself, Zigzag, Draco, and Kevlar Roy flying that big monster 747 at the end of the parking here. We want to thank him for stopping in and staying up way past his bedtime. We're going to fly from here over to Wellington in New Zealand to continue with our around the world sort of tour. And we're sort of sitting half started in with APUs running. So we're going to jump into it. Everyone can say hi to everyone's channel. Hello.
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 So that's it. All right, we're done. See you later.
Bye.
Let's kick the tires.
Yep. Time to get them started. Let's see here. I don't like that one. I want that. And then we rotate it back this way.
That on. Post that.
Now, we've got. I've got the. We look down here. Yep. Progress. Route's already in there, so I'm all set that way. We're all sort of set that way, I think. You just gotta start this up. Go one.
Landing lights off. I want taxi lights on. And I want
One good start.
those on.
And yes, Dan, you're here, and I have two other wishes. Both of them involve the removal of people.
Okay.
And no, that does not mean Draco or Zig.
What are you talking about?
Dan said, I'm here. What are your other two wishes?
Oh.
The extermination of a couple people would be nice. So I have two starts. I'm good to go. I just got a file, and I'm ready.
On. Pull this up again.
9,000.
3, 2, 5. And oops.
And then what did he say was
Load active.
$1001.
Departure. Alright. I just want to verify departure with 5 degree flap V1 151, rotate 154, V2 157, retract flaps at 220, gear up anywhere below 270, best climb rate 276.
You said V3 was 220,
Yes.
151, 154, 157. That's what I've got.
Okay.
I'm ready for taxi.
Set that for 240.
He didn't give me a runway yet.
Alright. Contacting ATC.
Hobart Tower, Boeing, IFR, Wellington.
Line runway heading. Maintain 11,000.
It told you maintain.
Climb and maintain 11,000.
Told
Yep.
me 9,000.
Told me 11,000.
Just keep us separated.
So what would the runway heading be then if it's 300?
Yes.
Whoop. Grass. What's up, Grass?
I think it would be 330.
I guess it could look and see if it is that one. True heading is 335. Wait a minute. Let me look at the right one. Yep, true heading is 300.
Got it?
Alright.
Hobart ground, Boeing with Yankee
West
ready to
Intl.
taxi IFR. Boeing taxi to and hold short of runway 30 via taxiway golf Alpha Delta runway 12. Contact tower on 118.1 when ready. Taxi hold short runway 30 via taxiway golf
Acknowledged.
Alpha Delta runway 12. Boeing.
Starting up engine 1. Engine 1 starting good.
You know what I accidentally did? Canceled my IFR.
Engine 2.
Okay. Go away, origin.
Good back there, Roy?
Yep.
Alright. So I gotta redo my IFR.
Probably shouldn't
How do I-
cancel your IFR.
Yeah, well, I bumped the wrong freaking key, so now I've gotta go through flight plan and redo it.
Yep.
24910 miles southeast inbound visual runway 30 approach Pacifica 249er3 Hobart Tower. Make straight in runway 30 altimeter 3012. Make straight in runway 30 Pacifica 249er3.
Okay.
Is this a back taxi on the runway and turn around and take off?
Yeah.
A what?
Taxi down the runway to the end and turn around to take off.
Yeah. Landing lights. Lower the flaps 5 degrees.
Well, I guess I don't have freaking ATC with me on this one then. So it won't pull it back up.
Flaps 5. Auto brake to RTO.
Pacifica 249er3 cleared to land runway 30.
Nav GPS to
Cleared to land runway 30. Pacifica 249er3.
And it
Flight
resets me
director.
there onto the runway.
gonna set my vertical climb. 2,500.
Requesting takeoff. Are you guys taxiing over yet?
I'm behind you. Moondog
Oh, okay.
is.
Yep.
Back at the gate, I started the whole thing over again so I can get get IFR. Because you can't request it again. And resetting it
I
doesn't
got
do
a
it right.
request to hold short. Oh, there it goes. You can't come right at me, buddy. What's this clown doing?
I don't see anybody.
Yeah, I know. He's just pulling right up in front of me, nose to nose.
Think that 747's gonna take off on this runway, Roy?
Yeah. Easily.
Alright, well, I'm going around him. I'm not going to sit here and...
So the AI don't even see that you're there.
Yeah, apparently.
There's a Beechcraft just gone straight through the both of you.
Apparently Zig has a little bit more of a area to drive than I do, because to me he just went right through the grass.
I did go through the grass.
And
There's a
here comes a bombardier.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right
He
at
was
you.
right in front.
Well, no, he just landed right in front of you.
Oh, no, I had one nose to nose with me. That's why I had to go through the grass.
Pacifica 24903, turn next taxiway.
Oh, like this one's doing to me right now.
Yeah, that's why I went through the grass.
Pacifica 24903, contact ground on 118.1.
I'm on through.
118.1, Pacifica 24903. Hobart ground, Pacifica 24903. Request taxi to parking. Pacifica 24903, taxi to General Aviation Parking via taxiway Delta Hotel Juliet. Pacifica 24903, hold position, caution other traffic. Taxiing to General Aviation Parking using taxiway Delta Hotel Juliet.
Now that's an interesting sight.
24903.
What's that?
I have the tail of a plane sticking out of my cockpit. It looks like a weird plane mating ritual right now.
I didn't pay any attention to what time I set it to.
Let us know when you're ready to go, so that way there's only a few minutes behind between each takeoff.
Well, I'm getting ready to go right now, so I think I should be ready.
Hobart Tower, Boeing, ready to go. Runway 30, IFR to Wellington. Boeing cleared for takeoff. Runway 30. Pacifica 24903, continue taxi. Cleared for takeoff. Runway 30, Boeing. Roger, Pacifica 24903.
This is all stuff I had set up. Alright.
around now.
Heading 115.
Rolling.
Well, that's not turning right though.
There goes Zig down the runway, or Drake down the runway, sorry.
Boeing, contact Melbourne Center on 126.5. 126.5 for Boeing.
Voice moving down.
Melbourne Center,
Yep.
Boeing is climbing through 900 for 11,000.
You want to go before me, Moon
Boeing,
Dog?
Melbourne
Don't mind.
Center,
No.
Roger.
No, go ahead.
Altimeter 3012. Boeing, turn right.
We have no problem
115,
flying with other
resume
folks.
on navigation. Climb and maintain 11,000.
Probably better flyer than us anyways.
Alright, heading 115.
That's no sure
Turn
about.
right, heading 115.
I'll just take your
Remain on
word for
course.
it.
Climb and maintain 11,000. Boeing, H Victor Uniform Delta. Turn right, heading 260. Turn right, heading 260. H Victor Uniform Delta.
Yes, request takeoff, even though there's someone on the runway. 5%,
11,000.
that's there.
Hey, Evan, welcome to the stream.
Alright, so while we have a second here,
You're up.
check all these. That's good.
We're flying to New Zealand from Tasmania. That's what's going on. We survived the takeoff so far.
Well, some of you have.
Well, the fun and
Rolling.
kind of scary thing is that when I took off, I realized I had no aileron control. I have rudder
Oh.
and I have elevator, but no aileron. So once we get up here a little bit, I'm gonna have to stop for. I'm gonna have to pause for a second to see if I can't figure that out.
Hoping it's getting some speed
Climb
there.
and
before-
maintain 17,000.
Yeah, I'm up to 150. Okay.
They just sent me up to 17,000. They got me on a strange course, but
Wow.
From my point of view, you was beyond the runway.
Shh, don't worry. It's all good. I just
It's all
need
good?
to.
Okay. It's a good thing those trees were cut out of the way there. Were you down there beforehand, making sure?
Yeah. Just a bit.
Alright, so I think I'm all set. I'm all set. Yep. Actually into position. Okie doke.
H Victor Uniform Delta. Turn left, heading 220. Descend and maintain 5,400.
hold on.
Turn right, heading 145.
145.
Zero 60. Got
Turn
it.
right, heading 145. Boeing.
run down here at the end. Oh, there's
Might
not a
be
whole
the,
lot of room down here.
The last bit of landmass that we see for a while. Soak it in.
Goes on.
They really don't give you much room down here for turnaround, did they?
Nope. I always forget to turn my damn APU off.
Climb and maintain flight level 210.
210.
Clear for takeoff. Knowledge.
Boeing, acknowledge last transmission. Climb and maintain flight level 210. Boeing.
50. Here's my speed to 250.
Double check.
Landing lights off.
Speed coming up.
Turn right, heading 080.
90.
So it's got you holding at which
51.
8,000.
What is 51?
When it says proceed on course and resume on navigation, that means I can
Pause and brake. You're
click
up.
over, right?
Yeah.
I don't have to listen to them anymore.
Well, the headings and stuff, they'll still give you headings until they get you on the right heading.
Well, I think they might have just done that.
Boeing, turn left.
Oh yeah, they just
090.
maintain
Resume
flight
on
level.
navigation.
090,
Five.
resume on
250.
navigation.
Turn left, heading 090. Resume on navigation. Boeing.
Yeah, I know.
Are you going through the trees there, Moondog?
No, I was up. It's just I clicked the wrong button.
Yeah, once you get on,
Which, yeah,
once you get on the heading that they give you, then you can resume your own navigation. You can go to LNAV.
Melbourne Center, Bombardier, Victor Hotel Zulu, Alpha Zulu is climbing through 200 for 9,000. Bombardier, Victor Hotel Zulu, Alpha Zulu, Melbourne Center, Roger, altimeter 3012.
Yep, it only has me climbing to 5,000.
Yeah, Bowman, I have issues with the internet sometimes or with YouTube, but it is going a little better now. It's spotty. We may hit another little spot where it'll get a little crappy. I apologize.
All right.
Haven't been able to resolve the issue. Can't figure out if it's YouTube or
And
what.
For those of you watching or going to be watching my stream,
Bombardier.
we're going to stop right here real quick,
Turn right,
so that way I can fix a slight oversight.
Climb to 17.
Control surfaces. Aha, yep. Okay, hold on. What's going on?
Wow, from 5,000 to 17,000. Yep, here, just go for it.
Sure.
035, climb and maintain 9,000.
Just double check.
Turn right heading 035.
Oh, okay, that's you, PCG.
9,000. Bombardier Zulu Alpha 2.
That makes more sense. I didn't recognize the name, but you sounded familiar with my issues. Well, welcome to the stream.
Okay, sorry about that brief interruption. But it's usually a good idea to have full control over everything.
At what point can I give it? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Something you do not want to hear your pilot say.
Especially when he's repeating it. Uh-oh, 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 wait a minute.
It did that thing to me where it just goes into the crazy climb.
Oh, yeah.
It said I stalled. I got stall warnings.
Alright, if we look out over here to our just about 9 o'clock, you should see Roy in his massive 747.
How do I know if my engines have stalled?
Your engines shouldn't stall, they'll flame out, but stall is when you have no air going over your wings.
No vertical lift. Point the nose down, get some speed back again. Turn off your APU.
My APU's
not your-
been off.
Your autopilot. Your autopilot.
Well, yeah.
Get it off and
Okay,
get the speed
okay,
back.
I got it.
Make sure your flaps are up,
Flaps are up.
gear up.
Yeah, that's the first time that glitch has happened to me.
Right, so you guys are above 10,000. What speed are you going to be going to?
I have full intentions to go to 300 once I get clearances to climb a little bit more.
Yeah, it's nice to get clear from, you're, stay at 5,000, stay at 5,000. We're clear to go to 17. Okay, time to go up.
Well, I'm looking, and they've told me to climb to flight level 210. So I'm just waiting for them to give me the okay to climb.
Turn left heading 360, proceed on course. Bombardier Zulu
Left
Alpha
5, and then
Boy,
resume.
I just can't get the pitch to level out here now.
Maybe that's why they're telling me not to climb, because Zig's doing like almost 400 knots ground speed. He's at 174. 174 feet. 170. No, that's not right. 174? Oh, your flight level. 168. I'm sorry.
See if we can get back on our deal here. Sorry, folks.
Are you still?
You should be familiar with the chaos if you've flown this airway before.
Well, he's just climbing up above all of us. I want no part of this.
No, you said that you was going up to 2100, so that's what it says.
Bombardier Zulu Alpha Zulu.
But I'm doing like 1800 feet per minute.
Yeah, I'm climbing at 2,500.
Maintain flight level 250.
Well, I'm climbing at 25. I'm clearing 13,900, 1,400 now. 14,000.
Yeah, I'm at 14.7. Wait a minute.
And I'm on course.
Okay,
So,
there's something weird going on here. I need help.
Mm.
So, I have my vertical speed set for 2,500 feet per minute, but
Yeah.
I'm only climbing at 500.
change it, because mine didn't do that earlier also. Change it so that down number back up, and it should start to pick
There it
up.
is. So, another little bug. So for anybody who's flying this plane, that's another bug. Definitely not game breaking, just something you need to watch out for.
Clear to 22 or 220 altitude. We want to be correct. And then everyone should be on intersect PECOB.
PECOB.
OB? Yeah.
PECOB. PCOB.
19 minutes, 110 nautical miles.
Let's see where everybody's at here. We'll pull up the map.
Clear to 29 or 290.
Alright.
I'm gonna go with the 280.
There's an NA. There's a N747K. And there's a Moondog. So one of these two is Roy or Draco.
I am directly behind you.
I'm off to
Off to the left.
left. Yeah.
Alright.
So I'm flying GPS.
Turn our weather radar on. Got a little bigger. That's it. There we go.
So if I pull up.
You have active sky, don't you, Roy?
I have Rex.
Darn it. Might want to remember to do that. Yeah, okay.
Don't buy enough to spend all money.
This timer. Forgot to turn on the timer. That way when you crash you know where you was at.
Speaking of crashing, I'm going to go ahead and do a save after the last little incident.
Flight level 290.
Climb and maintain flight level 290, Boeing.
There we go.
And map. So on this map we have Zig, flight altitude 266, speed 391. We have Draco, speed 402, heading 100, flight level 220. We have Roy, flight level 204, ground speed 284. So I'm slowly catching up to Roy.
I was waiting for Draco to say that's it. I'm going up in speed now. Increasing my speed.
I'm at 280. I don't want to push it any harder until I get up to range. To altitude.
Yeah, I have mine set for 315, and it's just because of the climb. It's actually slowing down right now.
Yeah. Well, I have mine set for 280, and I'm at like 249.
So if I pull the parking brake right now, that won't matter, right?
That's right.
Only if you want to do some drifting.
Look down here, see if we can find everybody.
So at 22.4 over there, down below that Boeing 747 that we have the number 4, that would be one Kevlar Roy. Ahead of us up there is the rest of the guys.
They might just be far enough out to where
can't
might,
see.
yeah, you guys might be beyond that 10-mile range.
Yeah.
Because I can't see Zig and I can't see you guys.
I see me.
Oh, plan type top of descent or top of climb. I passed it, but I'm just now at 29.
That's because they weren't giving us. They weren't having us climb as steep as we needed, or as fast as we needed to.
Right. But aside from that, not doing too bad. Nice flight, nice takeoff.
Yeah, you only had a few alarms going off in your cockpit.
It was just because I accidentally clicked off the autopilot and it was just drifting down for a second. And climbing.
See, I don't turn autopilot on until I'm at least, like 5,000 feet.
I tried taking off with autopilot and it didn't work, so I switched off and manually take off. That's why I went through the pins.
I don't trust the autopilot on takeoff in this plane.
Should have gone with full flaps with autopilot.
Alright, making our final climb, 325.
I'm going to 325, but I'm going to back off to only 1,200 feet and turn the seatbelts off. You may get up and wander about the cabin.
Oh, we can let him go? That's not a bad idea.
And I think I'm gonna.
Although I have mine on. I have mine on auto, so.
Mine was actually off because of the reset, so.
And mine's the cool plane, so I even turned off the no smoking sign.
Don't let BP hear you say that.
Hey, I'm the cool pilot. What happens at 29,000 feet? It stays at 29,000 feet.
Actually, we could probably, let's see. Doing stuff, we could turn our landing lights off. That would be good.
That would be. I've already got mine over on to.
Let's see, we could go to cruise lighting.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to go to because I had mine
Descend and
changed
maintain
over.
325. Okay.
Cruise lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're at cruising at altitude.
Yeah. On your FMC, there's light configurations on there for when you taxi, when you're landing, when you're cruising, when
How do I get to that? What buttons are those?
if you go ahead.
In it, the initial reference, top left corner.
Uh-huh.
Next page should be status page with the lights.
Status 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Down towards the bottom, they got taxi, takeoff, landing, climb, descend,
I see where it
cruise.
says cruise, and it leaves the strobe, beacon, wing, nav, and turns on the recognition lights. But then taxi and
We all just
land.
decided to kick in the hell.
Roy, I passed you.
Yeah, my wheel decided to suddenly just kick in.
Oh, yeah. Steering wheel, G27 and flight controls don't normally work well together.
No. Finding that one out.
So I see the contrail of the plane ahead of me. Oh, we have massive headwinds, don't we?
Yep.
And why does this thing say tailwind? No, but...
Apparently it was resting up.
Picking up speed now, finally.
It is nice up at this altitude, though. see Moondog. I can't see your contrail, but I know you said you can see mine.
Roy,
Yeah,
why is your plane in the water?
because my wheel, I just won't plug it, and I can't wait. So, hold up.
Your
So
wheel,
I'm not going to
your
use
wheel
it.
just dove your plane right into the water.
Yeah.
Sorry, Roy.
It's okay.
I go to air traffic to look at, and I click on Roy, and you see him bouncing in the, skipping like a stone in the water. We got Zig up here just blazing away.
Yeah, Zig's pulling away from us.
So I got it cruise control at 300.
That's where mine's at, but I'm only at 237.
Right. Set it.
Well, that's Drako that I'm looking at right now. There's Zig. You guys have the exact same plane, so. So, this is, oh, I've just gotten within 10 miles of Drako. So, I put together some flights for us, and I'll go over them with the stream, and that way if the stream was interested in following with us, they know what we're doing, and maybe even someone will fly with us. I was thinking of jumping out of Wellington here and heading up to Auckland back in Australia. And no, Auckland is northern part of New Zealand.
Yep.
And then from that's a possible with maybe not doing that, but even just fly from Auckland into New Caledonia.
New Caledonia?
Yeah. It's would be a tight landing maybe for this, and then from there into Papua New Guinea. I know. See, you guys leave me to make up these ideas, and by myself, and this is what happens. And
Is that getting us towards our final destination?
yeah, it's looping us back up. What I was thinking, then into from Papua New Guinea, jumping over to one of the islands in Indonesia, and flying up to the Philippines.
Okay, Auckland. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm looking on the map here.
you're looking at the map. And flying to the Philippines,
Where in the world is Papua New Guinea?
straight north of Australia. It's one of the islands
Of
that is
Australia?
permanent. Yeah.
Oh, over there. Okay.
It's north of Australia. It's kind of
Yeah,
like
I got it.
northwest of
I got
Australia.
it. I got
Or
it.
northeast.
Okay.
And then to the Philippines.
The Philippines, 2 hops there into lower than upper the Philippines.
Right.
From there over to Ho Chi Minh. And from Ho Chi Minh to Hanoi.
If we're going to the Philippines, the only place I could think of to land at would be Manila. Anywhere else is probably going to be too small of an airport.
Well, no, I was thinking because we would be flying these big things for a while. The small island of Naha in Indonesia would be a small plane takeoff anyways. So
Well-
it'd be a small plane landing.
Not necessarily. I mean, if we all end up with those faster business jets,
Yeah.
we can
Yeah.
make those flights in the smaller in those smaller business jets.
Right. Then from the Philippines over to Ho Chi Minh, then to Hanoi, and then from there to Hong Kong. Maybe Hong Kong to Taiwan, Taipei, Taiwan, then Shanghai, China. And I'm picked Pudong again.
Well,
And
haven't
from
we
there,
been there already?
we landed there.
We landed at Pudong. We took off from Tokyo.
Right. And
Tokyo. We were in Japan.
Yeah.
yeah,
When we
For
flew
that
through
one-
that hurricane, that typhoon.
typhoon.
Oh, that's right.
But if we go in, I was thinking from Shanghai to Seoul, Korea, from Seoul over to Hiroshima, Tokyo. Some of these can be like multiple.
I'm thinking
Are
of
we-
Japan.
are we
Why not
working-
Kyoto?
Are we working
Yeah.
our way up north to get over to Alaska? Is that what we're
Yep.
doing, or what?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I was thinking from northern Japan, which is Sapporo. We can make it to Attu Station in Alaska.
We just need to get some longer range aircraft going here. That's a whole
Well,
lot of hops. It's going to be like 2018 before we get to Alaska.
Well, we always figured that's what it was going to be.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And some of these are
Oh.
like hour flights with this thing, so we could do that, or even if we are in the business jets, we could do a couple of these in a stream in a night.
So I was off on the map and I didn't hear ATC, so it canceled my IFR flight plan. Can I create a new one
Yeah.
or open?
Yeah.
Open, yeah.
Oh, I gotta go back into here? Or is it Wellington? Oh.
And then
I-
just
It's
load
the
it.
same thing. It's the same thing. Okay.
But if it asks you if it wants you to put you back at the airport, say no.
Right.
Alright. Fawn Low. I'm at Fawn Low now. 295 till I reach it. 33 minutes.
I'm on Fon Low. It's 301 nautical miles.
And I'm about 8 miles ahead of you.
That's what the little red numbers up in the sky mean.
Well,
8.1.
I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at the front of my plane.
Why? Oh, it reset my whole navigation. God dang it.
I'm thinking if you click,
What? Are you talking to me?
if you click on find the soft button that's right next to Fawn Low and click on that, that should move you to that route.
In the FMC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if not, you might have to go into the GPS and do it that way since
Yeah.
we're doing GPS. I'm not sure how it works.
I go on to route. Load FSX plan. Shit, it cleared out everything. Get out of there.
We're just gonna have to keep our eyes peeled for an out of control 757 in front of us.
Fawn Low.
FONLO.
Yeah.
I click on it. I don't know how to hit enter.
Click on it.
So I've lost my cockpit, so I have to manually select it. I went into the virtual cockpit, and that's when my wheel kicked in.
Oh. Do you have it off now?
Anybody in Zig's
Yeah.
channel, if you're familiar with an FMC, and you can tell him how to activate his flight plan.
No, it's stupid now because it's out of it's
Well, you know how to do it in the GPS, right?
direct to
What flight are you? What level are you at, Mundo?
32.5.
think I just did it. Yep, I did it in the FMS. So
How'd you do that? Just so that way we all know.
hold on.
He's got to try and remember now.
I know I'm just making sure. I'm just just making sure I'm keeping them up with ATC here so it doesn't.
Draco, the next button down from the top direct intercept, you was then to click on that. You'll pick the waypoint, and then you would be, it says on the bottom right corner, direct to,
Gotcha.
and then you would insert that. So I do believe that's what you would do. And seeing how he's already up at that spot, he wouldn't be headed back the other direction.
I clicked on.
Well, it looks like his plane's making a big turn.
Well, it had made a big turn already when I reloaded the flight plan.
Because it was sending him back.
Yeah.
I clicked on the DIR INTC button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on, and it pops up the waypoints there, and I picked Fonlo and confirmed it.
Yeah, it looks well on my radar. It's showing your plane making the turn back towards the line.
How you doing back there, Roy?
Okay. I just don't see on the map.
It's giving me instruction, but I don't know if I should follow it.
I would, otherwise they'll keep harassing you or cancel your IFR again.
Yeah, but what if it's not going to take me to Fonlo? What if they're confused?
No, they're just following you. You'll stay with it.
Because it's telling me to go to 105, descend in main 325.
Yeah, 105 will turn you back towards the line. They're putting you on a course to intercept the nav line.
Okay, 105, I'll go to heading hold. Descend and maintain, where did it go? Right on that, descend and maintain. I'm at 325.
Oh, it should be easy to maintain it then.
Well, if they want you to descend and maintain 325, make sure that your altimeter is set to 1021 millibars.
1021.
Yep.
Where do you even set that?
Look at your altimeter. It's going to be like the shiny silverish barrel. It's called the barrel button. And you just scroll.
Aviation, how's it going?
Hey,
Good to
aviation.
see you there.
Okay.
We're just doing a nice, wonderful flight here. Absolutely nothing to talk about. It's all been perfect flights for all of us. Especially Zig and Roy.
Hey, I had no control over my plane.
Neither did I.
You had no control, Zig? Draco, you had control.
No,
Did you?
autopilot had control. I couldn't turn left or right. I could only go up or down or slide or kick my tail side to side.
I
Okay,
could go left
so-
or right, but I couldn't go up or down. Well, I was going down anyway.
You were gonna go down one
Okay,
way or
so
the other.
there's been absolutely no issues with Zig, Draco, or Roy. I've been the only one to have issues.
Except for the fact you almost blew. Yeah, I mean you almost blew right through a grove of trees on takeoff.
No, I was actually up. I was almost 1,500 feet. It was just the fact that it had dipped down nose-wise because I had just clicked the button. When I clicked it twice and activated it.
It has me going into a completely different direction. I'm not even.
No, that's you.
So you're on vacation in a national forest.
I'm following you on radar. You're heading right for the.
I didn't know you could do logging with an airplane.
Well, he says he's got Wi-Fi but no bars, so it's probably awful sketchy. At some point, he may have to hit pause and let it download the rest of the stream, and then he can continue watching. I'm just wondering at what point does the iPad might lose energy and die, and then he's got to rub two sticks together to get, you know.
Yeah, Zig, you're on a heading of 122, right?
Yes. No. 105. No, I see. It's taking me over to the line.
Alright, I'll be back in just a second, everyone.
So it's taking over to the GPS line.
Yeah.
It doesn't like where I'm at altitude wise, so
Keep
I don't-
yelling at him about the altitude.
I don't know where anybody is, so I'm just flying at max speed.
Oh, you'll catch up with us. Because your max
I'm
speed is
doing
what, like
506.
400 knots?
I'm doing 506 right now.
Yeah, you'll blow past us.
That's 200. That's 325. Let's see it. So lonely back here. The ocean looks good then.
Oh, you're not that far behind. At that speed, you'll catch up in no time. I see you on radar. You're probably about 150 nautical miles behind us.
Okay. As soon as I catch up, I'll slow back down.
And Zig's about 30.
now I pissed it off. I don't know what I did.
Why?
Oh,
Your current speed, what's your ETA?
My current speed ETA is for this waypoint.
We won't tell you the total ETA, but the actual destination.
Hold on. So I have 1,140 nautical miles. It doesn't give me full time though, unless I'm missing somewhere.
Distance is 1,014
There it is.
miles.
ETA. UTC ETA, but it says 1139.
139. Okay.
So I'm not sure what that is.
No. Well, at 506.
Well, I'll reach Fon Low, waypoint Fon Low in 22 minutes.
My ETA is 1 hour and 53 minutes.
To Fon Low.
My code to the destination.
how far are you from Fonlo, Draco?
Fon Low is 21 nautical miles.
21.
Or, I'm sorry, 21 minutes, 189 nautical miles.
Okay.
Hi, Giddy. Sorry, I did not see your chat. I was, did not see it. You popped in. I was busy trying to find out information for Roy. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I'm 183.
So you guys are flying in the same direction as obviously the pink line, the GPS.
Yeah.
You're about, what, 8 or 10 nautical miles off of it, to the right of it?
Probably somewhere around there.
Yeah, so I've got a record of that direction for you guys.
If that. It should be giving you a course change here in a second, Zig.
Yeah, I would think.
Okay, so I'm back.
And
I
he's
had to
chewing.
take us, and I'm chewing. I went and got my in-flight snack from the flight attendant so that we could play What is Moondog Eating?
Welcome back.
Yeah.
We didn't
And-
know you were back.
Okay, well, I'm back. Aviation is in a cabin with power, so we don't have to worry about them losing power.
Then it's not a real cabin.
It's not really, yeah, it's not a real cabin. It's not really camping. It's staying in the forest hotel. So, what is Moondog eating tonight?
That's called glamping.
Glamping?
Glamping.
A cabin with power and stove and everything, that's just a house that's confused.
It's a holiday home.
Not that there's anything wrong with a cabin like that, it's just I prefer a wood-burning stove, and that's about it.
Wood burning stove. How about a tent? And a fire.
Well, I mean, if you're going to stay in a cabin, wood-burning stove.
Oh.
If you're going to be outside,
Oh.
a tent and a fire, yes.
Gotcha.
What do you think he is, a Cub Scout?
Oh, Moondog. Actually, my idea of camping is just a sleeping bag and a fire, and that's it. No tent.
No, that's just crazy talk.
Roy's idea of camping is going down to the McDonald's and getting food and then staying there overnight.
That's Moondog's idea.
No, that's Moondog's idea of the perfect night.
No, not McDonald's. No,
Not McDonald's.
not McDonald's.
And again,
I'll bet you they played-
food tasting.
I'll bet you they played hell back in the day when Pizza Hut had their all-you-can-eat buffets and their arcade machines. They never got him out of there.
At that point, I had 2 kids in a young enough age. I wasn't allowed to go in there because of that.
Making up for lost time.
There's a few of them still in the area that has all-you-can-eat lunch buffet.
Yeah, there's one probably about 10 miles from me that still has that. But I remember as a kid going to the all-you-can-eat dinner buffets and eating pizza and playing Pac-Man on the arcade machines.
I never did Pac-Man.
What?
No,
What? Asteroids?
could-
Remember that?
Yep,
Asteroids I could do better.
Space Invaders.
Yeah. Space Invaders was better at.
Where did you find
Dig-
all your
Dig
approach
Dug was-
information?
Mine.
Yeah.
Go to your briefing in Active Sky.
Oh, okay. It's in there.
So that's the cheeseburger.
So that plane right there at the edge of the screen is Roy. No, that's not Roy. That would be Zig, Moondog, me. And then if we zoom out a little bit, don't think this will zoom out anymore.
So I'm actually further behind than I was. I'm at max speed.
Well, what's your speed now?
Well, where did you find that information in there? I'm not seeing that.
If you look and it says detailed weather briefing, if you scroll down to the very last waypoint, which is the airport, it'll tell you candidate, runway, or runways for landing based on winds only. And it says 3-4, and then it gives you the ILS and the course.
Oh, okay.
506 still.
Yeah, trust us, you're catching up.
948 nautical miles out, so I've done 100 nautical miles almost already.
So 34. 109.
Surely I should have took at least 25 nautical miles out to you guys. How come I don't see your name on here? Vehicle. Air traffic. Moondog Sig, but no vehicle.
I should be somewhere around there.
Should be ahead of me if you, unless it's distance-wise, you can't see it.
Well, you
But
should.
Zig's ahead of
No.
Drake.
Zig's
Oh,
behind Moondog. And Moondog's behind me,
Okay, so you're too far ahead.
probably.
Do you see me on your radar, Moondog? I know you're busy eating.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I almost choked on the pumpkin pie to answer that for you.
So we now know what you're eating.
Hey, you
Yep.
ruined the game.
Wait, no one was interested, so
So the next question is, am I catching you?
no.
I'm gonna say yes. If he's doing over 500 knots, and we're only doing 300, he's catching us.
Yeah, but the ground speed had said it was he was actually losing speed to us.
What's your ground speed?
527 is what Draco's was, and yours was like
32.
510.
What's your altitude?
325. 325.
Something's not
Ground
adding
speed
up.
of 532.
Something's not adding up because if he's got indicated airspeed at over 500 knots and his ground speed, and he's at the same level as us, how can his ground speed be lower?
Yeah, his ground speed says it's 529 that I'm seeing, and Zig's is 548. Yours is 542. And mine's 528.
Yeah, Zig's is 528, yours is 531, mine's 528.
So even with us reading it from our planes to each other, it's different slightly still.
Right.
So we don't know what altitude we got to be at, though, to pick up the ILS, right?
No, I don't have any of that information. That's usually a Zig or Moondog thing.
I can work on it after I finish this quarter of a pumpkin pie.
Quarter?
Well, I cut it into 6 pieces, but or started to, but there's like 2 sections that didn't get cut in half. So
Okay. Indicated speed I was on true. The other one, true airspeed was
Oh, okay.
323.
323.
Yeah.
Well, you're still going faster than us.
I'm just slightly losing ground to you, Draco. I got to 8.1, we figured, and I saw it was 8.1. Now you're back up to 8.5. So there might be some actual physics with the wind right now.
Yeah.
Although the gauges say it's a 54 mile an hour tailwind.
Where are you seeing that on a gauge?
You have your horizon screen, the next one down,
Yeah.
bottom left corner. You can actually click on it or zoom in on it. Bottom left corner, there's a 3-digit
Okay.
number.
Yeah,
And
055.
drugs are there.
And it's saying
Tailwind from the
like
right side.
240, give or take.
Oh.
That doesn't seem right. If I go to my flight plan.
No, because When we read the flight plan, it said that it was a headwind.
Winds expected 245, 54 knots. So that's right.
Winds 254 from 254.
No, 245 at 54 knots. So the first number is the direction, second number is speed.
Right.
So yeah, 245 at 54 knots. So that's right.
So it is a tailwind.
Yep. Alright, I'll be right back, everybody.
Let's do that. So once I remember to hit the reset and start the timer. We've been up here for 39 minutes now. So actually closer to 45 in the air. Or at least I have only been in the air for about 45 minutes. And in flight was about 2.5 hours. Better put the pedal down. Alright, so what we don't have is information on. That's Hobart. So I signed up at SkyVector, but it doesn't. It's not. I don't have the paid portion. It doesn't give. It doesn't seem to give as much.
They don't give
That
you those
much.
charts.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the point of SkyVector is,
I'm not sure either at the moment.
other than you can create flight plans there, but BP says you have to be careful.
Yeah, don't want to file them on accident, because now you've got people yelling at you. Let's do that there.
The approach altitude is 3,400, and then
34.
and then you may descend to 2,000 when established inbound for final approach.
You got that from.
From one of the charts. I don't know, I googled it. I'm not sure where I ended up, that I actually found it.
So where am I now on your radar window?
Let's say. Got the aircraft. Thank you. Ground. It says flight 325, heading 96, ground speed 519. No, wait a minute. Sorry, that's SIG.
Yeah.
We got to back up here a little bit and find you here. I don't see you.
A little bit of bumps.
It shows you even with me, Roy, on my map. So
Yes.
you've made up ground, yeah. You're off to...
Roy, you're actually ahead of me on my map.
What
Okay.
map are you looking at? I'm looking at.
Oh yeah, I'm
looking
looking
at the Join FS map.
Well, I'm looking at the.
at active weather, and he's like
He's ahead of me.
20, 25 nautical miles ahead of Draco.
And off to my 11 o'clock.
Yeah. So he's definitely picked it up.
Yeah, the Active Sky one shows you completely different.
I'm gonna go with Active Sky. Because we all know the Joint FS map is not exactly the most reliable thing.
Okay, so we got runway 16 and 34.
Expect runway 34.
Elevation is 41 or 24, so it slopes from one end to the other.
Okay, and do you have ILS intercept?
Not on this one, I'll have to look still yet. Because I have approach, but I'm not sure. It's approach, that's not ILS for that.
We gotta get Roy in here one night when we're flying in Alaska, around the mountains, heavy clouds, with like the little de Havilland beavers.
Yeah, you know that plane we jumped in, and you had your stuff go wonky the other night, last night?
Yeah, the AT-11.
Yeah, I took off and flew in that. Do you know that I got, if it wasn't for the fact that I quite literally popped out of the mountain and I knew I was headed near something, I had to crank on that thing and get it to turn because that thing didn't climb quickly, and I'm still in the mountains, and I'm like in a bowl trying to gain altitude, and then all of a sudden you fly into a cloud because of the rain, the clouds, and it being active sky and being correct. I'm flying into this thing and I can't see my hand in front of my face. I pop out and I go, ooh, a mountain. But I wasn't that happy about it.
Sounds like a fun flight.
I ended it shortly after that.
Up to 300 knots.
Yeah, you're about 20, I'd say about probably close to 28, 29 miles from to the left of our GPS line, or well, our flight path. Right.
Yeah, I don't see you guys. So I've backed off a bit.
Yeah,
So,
we're at like your what, 4 or 5 o'clock.
Yep.
Okay, there we go. ILS in.
I got Moondog sucking on my contrails. So damn close.
I've gone from 8.5 to 8.4 nautical miles. Not that close. Runway 16, runway 34. Tower ATC. Come on. Elevation. Localizer is 109.9.
Yep.
Intercept 34. Yeah, I see what Zig was saying. Or you can drop down to 2,000 at a heading of 341, and it'll catch it also.
Alright, so at a heading of 341, which is what our course is,
Yep.
it's what? What's the intercept?
The first intercept is 3,400, or it might bring you in at 2,000.
Or
Because
at,
at
or 2,000?
Yeah, 10 miles out. If I'm I should be reading that right. It's 3,400. It may have you come in at 2,000 until you reach it, which is at 6 nautical miles.
Alright, so 3,400 at 10, 2,000 at 6.
Yes.
Gotcha.
3,400 more than 10 miles. It actually has you at 2,000 at 10 miles.
Okay, so 10,000
Yeah.
at 2,000 at 10 miles.
2,000 at the 10 mile mark to the 6,000 mark. Then that starts your glide slope.
Okay, is that how we're reading? Okay.
Just activate my,
Okay, I just want to clarify this. So 6,000 at 10 nautical miles, right?
No. 3,400 is your initial altitude for approach.
Okay.
And then the chart says you may decrease to 2,000 when you've established inbound for final approach.
Okay.
So greater than 10 miles, you're at 3,400. And then at 10 miles, it has you coming from 3,400 to 2,000 at the 10 mile mark.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And
I
then
see it.
from 10 mile to 6 mile, you stay at 2,000. And when you hit the 6 mile point, it will take you, that's when the glide slope starts, basically. Assuming those at the bottom there are miles, Moondog.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking also. And at 1.5 miles out when you make your decision in altitude if you're missed approach or not.
Alright.
Which is then also climb to 3,000 on the same heading of 341.
So at 10 miles or less, you should be at 2,000. That's when you hit your
Yes.
localizer, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know. I haven't had to lock onto one, so I don't know. But I would think, yeah.
And then you hit your approach when you're less than 6 miles, right? And you hit when you're at 6 miles and hit the glide slope.
It'll lock on and should start pulling you down. Yes.
I see you going for an auto pilot landing.
Yeah, you let the autopilot land you until you're about 200 feet, and you kick off the autopilot and bring it in the rest of the way.
It's not exactly an auto landing, but
Close enough.
I've been tempted to see if it won't bring it all the way down, but I haven't done it yet. I'll save that crash for another time.
We definitely could have used this coming in to Hobart on our last flight.
This much information? Yeah, because we didn't have this much information the last time. This is what it locked on. No, wait a minute. We didn't fly these into Hobart. I flew the King Air in,
yeah.
and
I flew this 377 into a mountain.
that's right.
Trying
And
to-
someone was bumping around in his Dash 8, wasn't he?
Yeah. Absolutely no visibility.
That's been my string lately. No visibility there. No visibility when I flew a solo into Quebec. No visibility yesterday. Was flying around with, getting ready with you. It's just been a no visibility week. What'd you say? Weather's supposed to be bad up here?
No.
Possibly. No?
We don't have any active segments near our flight plan until we get
Okay.
closer.
No, but at destination, variable winds 9 knots.
So what's your headings?
Yeah,
Well-
it's about that.
Well, my heading is 091.
091.
That's what I'm tracking.
Okay, yeah, 091. $60-mile-an-hour tailwind now. You might also want to put your auto brakes at 3 instead of 2 for this landing.
Oh, I usually max them.
Who needs auto brakes? You got trees and hills.
Houses, buildings, the ocean. Any of those will stop you.
I think I've only landed this plane one time still.
Well, I landed it once successfully when I did my
I'll be back in a
my
minute, guys.
cert for the for air hauler in it, and then I landed it once successfully at Hawaii. Other than that, I've bounced this thing off of runways and buildings and mountains. You know, if we crashed this much, if we were pilots and crashed this much in real life, we'd never be able to get on another airplane. We wouldn't even be able to buy a ticket to get on an airplane.
Good thing it's just a game.
Yep.
Can't remember which one that was when I actually landed it. I don't remember if I got it to lock on to the ILS or not.
I don't remember
It's
either,
been a
but it
while.
was one of the few. It was one of the. I think it was like one of like the first or second ones that I flew this plane in.
I'm still
Yeah.
miles ahead of you guys.
Alright, so I'm back.
Even though you left.
Did you
I
get
said I'd be
trouble?
right back. No. The fun that was here last weekend with the guys outside, my wife wanted me to, was double checking to see if it was the same vehicle showing up again. And then as I go to step outside, the freaking fat ass moonshine cat decided to run out the door, so I had to catch him real quick. Grabbed him. I mean, you would beat his ass like you would beat a kid, a kid. Smack it, hard enough to understand, but not to do that again. Toss it in, and he landed and turned and ran right back out the door again. Before I even got to the door.
They're cats, Moondog. They have a mind of their own. You should know this.
Well, where we used to live in Massillon, there was peppermint plants outside, and he'd go running out and just run to them and flop and roll around in it because he loved the peppermint so bad. There isn't any peppermint here, so the only thing out there for him to get in trouble with is a skunk and a raccoon and a groundhog.
Well, you know they have these special mats that you can lay on top of like cars or furniture or across thresholds, and if a dog or a cat tries to cross them, they get like a little bit of an electric shock to their feet.
I just give him some catnip. He'll be so stoned he won't move.
Not technically. Depending on the genetics of the cat, it can have one of 3 reactions. Either it makes them really lethargic, super ass crazy hyper or does nothing to him at all?
He gets a little excited when he gets the catnip or the catnip treats.
I do too.
Well, we know that because Mrs. Zig yells at you for getting too loud all the time, so.
Yeah.
If we pull up this map again. Anyway, lock on aircraft, and then we can see, hey, we got 4 planes fairly close. We got Draco ahead of me, Roy coming in from the left. He's now sort of distance-wise between the two of us, and Zig's behind us.
Yeah. Quit yelling at me about being below my flight level. I'm getting pushed down a little bit. I'm going back up. Shut up.
So Roy's somewhere over there out of sight.
Ooh, 62 knot tailwind, almost tailwind.
63.
You always got to be different, don't you, Moondog?
Yeah, it's got to be different. Got to go on my own. I wish this freaking beast stick would calm his ass down. Yeah, I got it. What's... I'm at 325. What's weather right here? .301. Okay. That would be why Arrow was set at the wrong setting. Aren't we at an altitude that it should be set on standard, and we should be able to switch this over to standard?
You would think so, but apparently they don't like that. Because they haven't been, except for when I got pushed down to like 300 feet below my assigned altitude, they haven't been yelling at me at all, and I've had my barometer set to what Active Sky is telling me.
Yeah, well, I hadn't checked out the Active Sky in a while, so mine was off by about 15 millibars. Oh, you know what? I should do that. Because I'm not watching my chat. Oh, no one's said anything in chat. Chat, are you awake? Say something if you're awake, chat.
Something.
Thank you, Dan. I meant actually.
Yeah, I'm
type
playing
something
Grid.
in the chat. No, you gotta stop, pull over, and type something in the chat.
So stop, pull over, and type something, then move on.
I don't think so, Tim.
Let's see. Extra bonus Moondog credits for those that actually know what show that's from.
Star Trek, and it was Bones.
No. Incorrect.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure.
No. Any other guesses?
What was the question?
There was.
I wasn't listening. Yeah.
No. We asked Dan to pull over because he's racing a grid and type something into chat. And he said, no, I don't think so, Tim. Which
I thought he
is a
said Jim.
reference. No, he said Tim.
Oh, Space Engineers.
Yeah.
We haven't
No,
seen
it's
it.
not.
Oh, I see.
No.
Oh, in the head of me. Who's that?
That's probably Moondog.
So the TV, it's actually a TV reference, and it's to Home Improvement.
Is it? Oh, Tim Allen.
Tim Allen, yeah.
See, I thought he said Jim.
That's you, Draco. Moondog's just off to my left. Oh, right, rather.
Are you getting direction?
Oh,
What is it
Taking
with?
directions from Drake.
oh no, according
From,
to
not Drake, from David. I'm
Yeah,
tired,
you're
it's
learning
like
from Dad. You're
4
getting
to
it from.
5.
according
Yeah.
to the radar, you're behind me and Moondog.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're starting to give directions like David. Kev is starting to give directions like David. Maybe it's a European thing.
No, because I do it too sometimes.
You do it too? Okay.
It's wearing off. It's rubbing off on everybody.
Then in that case, if it's going to rub off, I hope I'm the last.
You said rub off.
Where's the door? I gotta step out of here for a minute. Is there an emergency hatch somewhere on this thing?
I'm sure you got it open. I'm sure the door's open. Just jump out.
Yeah, look behind you. There's big signs that say emergency exit.
There's a Boeing 747 10 miles behind me.
Yep. And now you disappeared off my screen. Right, I'm gonna have to lower some. Because I don't want to be sitting there and the kids come down.
Why? You've done it
Again.
twice already this week.
Yeah,
What's
but,
one more? What's one
there's a
more?
difference.
It's
There's a
one on the
difference.
weekend.
The kids go to school. I get to have a nap. Kids having in school on Sunday.
Just tell them it's Monday. By the time they figure out that it's
Right there.
Roy,
Mhm.
even if you go to what, you're going to get a 1 hour nap and then be woken up anyways and then be even grumpier, you might as well just stay awake.
You know, be quiet.
You know, people say stuff like that when they realize that the person that said it is correct.
send them all to
Yeah, but-
Moondog's house for the day.
No,
Yeah.
no, won't happen.
You know how happy my kids are when they first wake up. You know, they're jumping around
Yes.
and
I've heard.
screaming and yeah.
I've
Yeah.
experienced it. I've heard it.
So you can happily have them for the day, Mingo.
You know, the good thing about this is
Yeah,
they
you're
won't be able to get here in time.
How do you know they're not already on their way? Haven't you noticed you haven't heard them?
No, I haven't, but at the same point, they're going to have to make a transfer at some point, so unless BP's in on this, no.
How do you know he's not?
Yeah, he hasn't been into chat or anything, has he?
I'll bank on the fact that I don't have to worry about it. Because here's the thing: if you send them, I'm going to send them out to play with the neighborhood kids.
Okay.
You know, my neighborhood might be the same or worse than yours.
Just put Velcro out. That'll stop a lot of stuff.
And so that they can make it to school, even if they do show up, I just return to sender and send them back.
They ain't in a package.
I don't care; they'll go back in a package.
Put them in little boxes.
With some lettuce and air holes and shredded up newspaper.
Dog carriers make good storage compartments.
Yeah, if you want to spend like $70 per carrier.
Yeah, okay, but that's a whole lot cheaper than a $300 ticket, isn't it?
You still have to pay for the ticket.
For any government officials listening on Discord, my kids are in bed, safe and sound.
Yes, because you know that they listen to this channel all the time.
And I have-
Absolutely.
And I have
Yeah.
never personally met Moondog, so I cannot vouch for anything.
clinically insane. That's all I know.
The only one of the monkeys that has ever actually been accused of putting a child in a dog carrier has been Frito. He's the one that was joking around saying he had corn chip in the dog kennel. I was the one that said I had a picture of it. I found a corn chip and I put it in the little carrier and took a picture of it.
Oh, of
Mrs.
course.
Zig puts me in the dog kennel sometimes when I'm too loud.
Yeah, when you're too loud.
I just get whacked on the nose with a rolled up newspaper.
Oh, hell no.
I haven't had any of those issues.
Hey, it's better than a shock collar I used to get, so.
I'm just realising I prefer to stay single.
Yeah. Yep.
Or the proposed punch to the throat.
I definitely stay single.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's a whole lot better than my wife's ex had this issue, waking up and finding his own police revolver stuck in his face.
That's never good.
He probably should have done what he
Did he
did
snore
to-
too?
No, he didn't. He did not snore. He did something a lot worse.
Well,
According to Mrs. Zig, there's not much worse the other night that I could have done. The good news is, well, I don't know if it's good news, but the news is I got like 11 hours of sleep last night.
Oh, okay.
Apparently I needed it. I don't know. These guys I hang out with keep me up way too late, I guess.
I kind of know that feeling.
You kind of know that feeling, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't recall ever twisting either one of your guys' arms to stay up late.
One more
No.
turn. One more turn. One more turn.
Still,
I didn't
yeah,
snore. No
That was
snoring.
Moondog. That was
No
Moondog's fault. It's one
my
more.
fault. My
One
fault.
more. It's
Yeah,
your fault.
Because if memory serves right, I usually go to bed about midnight myself.
Not lately, you haven't been.
No, but it's civilization's fault, and it's Moondog's fault.
Well, that's kind of Roy's fault. Saying.
Whose side are you on, Izzy?
I'm just.
Do you not see the pattern here, Zig? It's just Moondog's fault. That's what they're after.
Oh, Moondog's fault.
Yeah.
Well, it's always Moondog's fault.
Even when there's nothing going wrong, it's Moondog's fault in preparation for anything that does go wrong.
Okay. Just to let you guys know, you guys all went to bed from Civilization, and then I did a flight after that.
I'm sure you did, because you don't sleep, so.
No, we did
I only
something
sleep
during the
on the
flights.
drive to and from work.
Like I said, you just plug yourself in with a USB cable, and I don't want to know where the other end goes to, but
I thought that's when you watch YouTube is on your drive.
Well, yeah, that's it too. So I'm watching YouTube while I'm sleeping, while I'm driving to work. It's very safe driving.
Speaking of,
and sometimes he drives while he's sleeping while watching YouTube. He's a multitasker.
I went to upgrade my, or not upgrade, but get a new phone today.
Yeah.
Because mine's a piece of crap. Because it's worn out. I am now on a unlimited data plan. I don't understand AT&T. We were on an unlimited data plan. Then they took the unlimited data plan away, and we were on like a 15 gig shared plan. And
Now
today
you're
I go in there to upgrade my phone, and he's like, "Well, hey, we can save you $15 a month and put you on this unlimited plan." I'm like, "Well, why did you kick me off of it?" I'm like, "Wait a minute."
It was probably like a introductory type deal.
We were locked in on the original unlimited data, and then everybody thought they needed to start charging for data was the thing to do, apparently.
Yeah,
So
there's
we-
been that with a couple of companies. You are on unlimited data, and then they said, you know what, we could charge for this data because of how much you're using.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got handed off to Auckland Center.
I'm 13 miles out from ELGUN. Belgium?
I'm 4 miles.
4 miles
I guess
from it? Yeah.
I guess my point. I'm 30. I guess
Okay.
my point is now I can watch YouTube at work too.
Yeah.
Because I'm back on unlimited.
You know what that's really good for? Watching Civ videos. You know what that'll be good for? Watching Twitch, so that you can watch BP.
Yeah.
Now, what am I talking about? I got videos. It'll be good for watching Mr. Moondog videos.
Yeah, I just ignored that one.
Porn. That's what the internet was born for.
I'm pretty sure that's not it.
I do recall watching a documentary on it, and it was actually for education. It was devised.
Yeah.
It was actually
Same
devised
thing.
as a way for government agencies to still communicate with each other in the event of a nuclear war with Russia.
No, it was actually transfer of knowledge between universities. That's where it actually started.
I don't know. Let's ask Al Gore. He created it.
Well, that's.
He
what
also
says.
created Man Bear Pig too.
Yeah. So how viable is that?
Created what?
Man Bear Pig. Oh gosh, he's never watched one episode of.
Have you
South
never seen
Park
South
yet.
Park?
Okay, so
Clearly not as many episodes as you guys.
Man
so
Bear
you
Pig
need
was
to
like
get
first season.
Netflix on your phone so that you can watch watch South Park. Actually, there's South Park. I see constantly 24-hour South Park channels pop up on YouTube. So
Why don't I watch South Park?
It's funny to hear 4th grade kids curse all the time.
actually, there's been some actual decent issues brought up on that.
All I have to do is open the window. I hear that all the time.
And then with the accent, that makes it really good.
Some 4th grade kid. You bloody wanker, get over here.
Dan, to
start
Roy,
streaming.
you're the one with the accent.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm about that. I should just start streaming that, shouldn't I?
Probably
Just
would
open
get
the
more.
window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, actually, that's what Dav should do. Just open the window and have everyone listening to Follow the Girls Around, because BP just fools all the time whenever he hears a female Irish accent. So he'd watch that.
Actually, there is a live stream of a street corner in Everett, Washington. That's one of the most watched, and I don't know why people watch it, but they do. And it's just watching homeless people and drug addicts.
Watching drug addicts is actually pretty fun.
I'll be right back.
I watched it for like 10 minutes once, and the cops pulled up, and everybody just scattered, somebody turned the lights on, and then the cops pulled away, and then you just see them all slowly start to come back, and I'm like,
Cockroaches.
that was oddly entertaining.
I don't know. One day I was sitting downtown and I watched a guy talk to a trash can for 3.5 minutes.
Okay, the question I've got to ask is, was he asking the trash can for money? Or to buy him food?
No, he was hugging it. It was weird. See, I have mental issues myself, so I try not to laugh too much at other people like that. That dude was higher than a kite.
I remember one day I went fishing and I snapped for whatever reason, and I started yelling at the wind because it kept blowing my line into the weeds.
I'm not supposed to do that trick, huh? Let's see. Fuel on board. Left 9.1. Right 9.1. Center 41.1.
For me, left 8.8, 8.8, 40.8.
So 3,000 pounds.
Total 58.3.
58.3? Okay.
Yep.
I'm at 59.2, so
And temperature
0.9,
of 48 degrees.
so
That's my fuel temperature,
So-
48 degrees.
yeah, so it's fine. So 900 pounds difference between him being there and me being here and what we used on takeoff.
Yep. Also slight variations in how hard we push the engines while climbing and
Wow, is it really down to 2981 millibars? Or 1009 millibars. 29.81 inch.
inches of mercury.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out.
1009, 29.81.
That'll keep us at the correct altitude so that then they don't come and yell at us.
Gross weight is 718,218. That's why I'm not keeping up with you guys.
Why is that?
Because my aircraft's 718,000 pounds. Gross weight.
Well, flush the toilet a couple times and it should lighten it up some.
That's just about kicking on passengers off the plane. Sounds more fun.
Why was I thinking exactly the same thing? But I always open the door and we need to lose some weight. All those over 300 pounds must get off the plane now.
Okay, I'm out.
48,037.2 gallons.
179.8 miles to KAEIN, which
Yeah.
then I have 2 more waypoints than my TOD, and then 3 more waypoints to the airport.
Yeah, this one is the CHVO, or intersection.
Right.
Now, CHVOR are the next two long legs. After that, they're all 40, 43, 41, 9, and 32. So,
But going to IFR, they'll start stair-stepping us down at a certain point, won't they?
yeah.
How close are we to seeing land? At KABIN, we'll see land again.
No, we won't.
Yes, we will. Well, we'll be right off the coast. And we'll also be going through an active segment now. They expanded the active segment. New Zealand, severe turbulence. At flight level 120, moving northeast, 20 knots.
Pip, what is your issue? I have one drawer on the desk next to me that I've been using for like the notebooks and stuff, and I leave it open, set the joystick there, and it'll stay up. She's decided to start crawling in. That's her new favorite place to hide.
My sister had a cat once. Its favorite place to hide was the dryer. Until one day it jumped in the dryer while she was putting clothes in, didn't know it. She shut the dryer door and turned it on. The cat never got back in there again.
The cat's lucky it made it out as long as your sister heard.
Well, she turned it on and she heard like a bunch of thumping. She was like, I didn't put any shoes in there. What the hell's going on? She opened it up and the cat comes shooting out and walking all funny.
A little dizzy, little concussion.
Hey, it never got back into the dryer again.
Yeah. Well, we gave the kitten its first bath, and we were worried that it would just flip and freak out. And actually, she did pretty good. And then once she was actually soaking wet, soaped, rinsed off, we're trying to get some of the excess water. I literally was able to hold her in one hand and like squeeze the water off. She just sat there. I'm like, this has been the nicest cat bath I've dealt with in years. Because the one that we had to put down a couple months ago, she weighed just a hair bigger than this cat. And it was like trying to bathe a freaking mountain panther. She turned into a freaking super cat. Deadly claws and deadly teeth. I was holding on to her with freaking like welding gloves.
All I know is where I used to work, they used to, on a rare occasion, they would bathe cats. And this one chick come walking out after giving a cat a bath, looked like she stuck her hands in a wood chipper.
Oh yeah.
I was like, nope, never again.
Well, we don't bathe them often. It's just like, flea treatment type baths. Just to get rid of the fleas, and it's just not often that we have to do that. But it's like when you want or need to, it's like, God, do I really have to?
I mean, if you can figure out some way to Velcro them to the wall to where they can't escape, just pressure wash them. That should blow the fleas and loose fur and everything right off of them.
Yeah. If I'm going to do that, I might as well just let them run outside and not come back anyways. Take them outside and chain them to the car so that I can pressure wash them.
Or just drive right through the car wash.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Get your kitty waxed.
He said kitty, not... Roy, where did you go?
I'm back behind you guys.
He's like, I don't know these people. I'm just flying.
Let's pull up this here.
Oh, I'm a horrible, horrible person.
Yeah, Roy, how'd you fall so far behind again?
So I dropped off on the speed so you could all catch up. Now I'm doing slowly catching up. Instead of through 542 nautical miles ground speed.
Yeah, you're like zigging back and forth across the...
I am.
Well, to our line you are, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's... so I went to your... to 091, and then you all turned...
286.
Yeah. So... I was thought, figure I'll go back onto the GPS line instead.
Yeah. I mean, we'll all get to the same point, so...
We should have plenty of fuel, shouldn't we?
Yeah. Oh look, Zig is now playing Flight Sim.
Huh.
And that's like the second notification I've had in the last 30 minutes.
Of course, I won't be here for the full flight. I'll be going in a minute.
Oh, just one more turn.
Yeah, just you're almost there anyways now.
We're halfway there.
Yeah, it's still 463 nautical miles to go. I know that 51 minutes ETA, but
Well, hell, that means that we've already done 600. Because it was over 1,000 nautical miles.
yeah.
So at this point, Roy, I mean, no, what we'll do is seeing how I've done the intro, we'll would be nice and say, Roy, we would like to thank you for flying with us whenever you do stop. Make sure you guys do check out Cavalier Roy's channel. His link is in all of ours, YouTube and Twitch pages. Check out his videos on Civ, Civilization 5, and Interstellar Rift. What else? He will be back on the channel with other stuff, either Civ, Grand Theft Auto, Flight, something. Check him out with farming at times. So he may be recognized as that guy that made Newbie Farms. So,
Show with my dad might be the next one.
which one?
Show with my dad.
Oh, shower with my dad. No, we are not playing that game with you. I see that one, and I am not accepting it.
Well, you don't know what it is until you put the code in.
I have that. Yeah, that's true. If I get that, Roy, that'll be the last game I take.
If it's
Gift from
if it's from Steam, it'll tell you what it is.
Before you put the code in?
Yeah.
No, not before.
No.
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 Once you activate it, it's
Pretty sure it does. It says you received the gift from.
No,
but
it's the code when you redeem a code on Steam.
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's always been nice and done some of them because of the fact of Steam and where he's at in the variance in money and stuff, how they're doing stuff now. Not allowing you to buy gifts and send it to someone where it would be cheaper for them than, or cheaper for the purchaser than the person receiving it.
Steam realised they're losing money.
They weren't really technically losing money, they were losing possible money, and that's works people even more, I think.
Yeah.
I made $6 million, but if I had gotten them to pay this, I would have made $6.1 million.
There's ways around that.
Getting cloud.
In fact, in reality, Steam have lost out on more customers by doing that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will be right back.
It's gotten cloudier. It's
Yes,
starting
it
to
has.
it's starting to look like England. Cloudy all the time, rainy, miserable.
Actually, it's been warm because
Been warm?
we've got the tail end of the hurricane.
Cleared all this stuff out and made it nice and warm.
Yeah, it's actually quite nice today. Let's change. Probably be rain tomorrow, but we won't talk about that.
No, because actually I'm supposed to be getting rain tomorrow.
We
It
will
was
talk
like-
about
It was like 90 here today, and tomorrow it's going to be a high of like 63 when that big front of storms rolls through.
Nothing like a 30-degree high temperature change.
Right. But at least, you know, it's felt like summer here all last week, and it's like, when is fall gonna get here?
It'll quite literally be like tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and then it'll be winter time all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Miss out on like the fall.
When you're watching the weather, you just love it when it does something like that. It says the high for today was 90, and nighttime temperature is 75, and then the high for tomorrow is 75, and then the nighttime temperature is like 40. It's just a straight from 90 all the way down to 40 through
Right.
the whole next day, and it's like sometimes I think people just don't realize some of the weather patterns in some certain areas. You know, you get lake effect off of that. Snow. It's just snow. You had a mountain ridge and a high pressure zone, and you then get rain on the other side so quick, and then all of a sudden it turns to snow. 4 feet of snow. Welcome to Alaska. Or Colorado, Montana. 2981. Sit down even more. All right, nope, it's still the same. 77 nautical miles to the next turn. So what are you going to do, Roy? Just go ahead and set that down on the water again?
No, so I won't be. The plane might go into the water, but I won't be there. Grab
It is,
parachute, it's all good.
You're just gonna leave it on autopilot and go to bed. See what happens.
I know what happens. I've done that.
Fell asleep in the chair.
Yeah. I went out to fly with all the guys back in 2010, 2011. Left my plane on final approach, and it was just flying around in the passing above the airports.
So I've lost outside sound on my plane.
We're up above it, but it looks like we got rain.
Oh, there we go. Because I accidentally hit the Q button. All right.
What is it with everywhere we go, we end up either
Well,
flying
not-
through rain or landing in rain?
It's not,
Not gonna be late.
everywhere.
We better not be.
It's not quite everywhere. It's like mostly everywhere.
How
So
come
there
this-
you go. If you have like a dry spell and you want rain, just ask us to fly there. We'll bring the rain. Well, Zig will bring the rain.
I'm not sure. How long have we been flying, Moondog?
On this trip,
Or total?
No, on this trip.
2 hours, 9 minutes we've been streaming.
I have flight time of 95 plus about 5 or 6 from before I remember to hit it. So we're about 100 minutes. So an hour and 40 minutes.
Hour and 40 minutes. Okay.
It has to be
So we
longer
got-
than that, because it didn't take us 20 minutes to take off.
So we got an hour left.
Roughly.
Yeah.
42 minutes for the ETA. You're going, by the looks of it, a bit faster than me, so the ETA will be a bit lower. So about an hour, give or take. You're landing and I won't be in
Yeah.
FSX. I'm going now, so
Auckland Center,
Right,
Eastern Hotel, Echo
have a nice journey down.
Request IFR to Hobart, Eastern Hotel, Echo Papa Whiskey is cleared to Hobart Airport filed. Squawk 0167.
Okay. Yeah. How does it work? If you're cruising at a speed, no, because ground speed would be. What are we at? 506.
Feedback correct. Radar contact
Roughly 500.
14,400. Altimeter
got a
Yeah.
plane heading back the other direction.
235, proceed on course.
So that's-
Descend and maintain.
We're
Yeah, we're about 45 minutes, maybe.
Turn left, 235, resume on navigation.
Zig, you're playing flight sim again.
16,000, East Dakota Papa Whiskey.
Is your internet causing you issues again?
Mine? I don't think so.
How's your stream health been?
What?
Your stream health.
It's been, actually, since the beginning, it's been green. I had some red at the beginning, but it's greened up now.
Yeah, mine's been.
Now I said that,
Good
and
on
now
the
it's probably going to get all shitty again.
Mine's even Twitch has been excellent for the last quite a while. But yeah, the worst was like when it dipped from 39 kilobits a second to 27. So even that, it's not been
Yeah,
bad.
I'm happy. I've only dropped 202 frames.
I haven't checked that.
That's 0.1%.
I'm about 3%, but
900, just under 1,000, so I'm at 0.4%. Not bad.
Have fun, and I'll speak to you all later.
All right, Roy. Thanks for
See you,
talking
Roy.
to us, man.
See you, Roy.
Yep,
Thanks
no
for
problem.
stopping in.
And see you to all everybody's streams.
Yep. No, I'm actually kind of glad that we got Active Sky. I know we complain about it at times because we've been so used to the not so real weather of FSX, but it adds something to the game.
I have absolutely no problems. I have been enjoying it. No problems taking off in the rain, landing in the rain, flying through the rain. I don't plane bopping around. It's real flight, and I'm cool with it 100%.
I'm just looking forward to the day that I can get a plane that Active Sky will actually have the radar in the plane itself.
The new one that I've got that I have not broken out on streams, that's going to be on video where I break that out on. It has the
Which one
active
did you
weather
get?
pull up. I don't want to tell everyone. I don't want to tell them. It's the Embraer.
the Emperor.
Yeah, Phenom 300.
I don't want to tell everybody, but I'll tell everybody.
Yeah, I know, but I haven't broken out the image of it. I actually did a couple videos, and I'm going to put that into the video. I'm not sure if I'm going to redo my intro, but I am going to start doing some videos where I'm doing not air hauler. What I'm going to do is sort of like real life flights that would originate out of Canton Airport and fly executives from this area and fly them, charter flights.
Have you been checking that stuff out on the flight aware?
Not enough yet, but I have been I tried to do a video and my recording got messed up. But
There's that flight
So
aware
looking at-
website. You can put in an airport ID, and it'll show you the flights going in and out of there and where they're going and what their planes they're flying. It's pretty cool. I'm just saying, if you want to like match
something.
particular
right?
particular route or flight that they're doing out of Akron, Canton, that's a great way to do it. Like that's how, like in air hauler, when I picked the airport in outside of Chicago to do the passenger flights too.
Yeah.
I looked at KSUS to see what they were flying out of there and where they were going, and that's how I picked that airport. Was through that flight aware, and I found that website from somebody else doing the exact same thing. They were doing it with Dash 8 flights.
Yeah, well, I was actually checking like world headquarter type businesses in my area, the Akron area, the Canton area. There are, where did I put that list? There's like 20 world headquarter type companies in Akron alone, and there was like 7 of them in the Northeast Ohio that are on the Fortune 500 list, and 2 of them are in Akron. So it's like I have plenty of businesses that I can sort of role play stuff out of that.
Right.
And that's what my first flight is going to be. It's based on, and I don't want to give that away yet.
Have you flown that plane a bunch yet?
I haven't flown that one, but it's going to start off in the King Air and quickly progress towards both of them. Because I've flown that plane and it's still a learning curve. There's a lot. It's really good, but there's still a lot to it. I'm getting better at getting it started with no problem. There is a checklist for everything. And
Is that a
it's now
Carinata one?
It's a Coronado one. There's actually
Okay.
a decent amount of documentation on it.
Yeah, because I know Coronado, that's been a fairly common complaint, is that the documentation isn't as complete as it should be.
It
Have you?
probably isn't yet, but what I have is like, our PDF manual on this plane.
Yeah.
It's about the same. It has a lot of information in it, and then a lot of the other information you can get easily from online. And there's even stuff that I've not realized that the King Air can do that I've been learning. So trying to add to my flight time in those planes.
I was just really wondering if you'd run into any glitches yet.
Glitches? No.
No like bugs or anything that you've noticed?
No big bugs. When I first loaded the first plane when I was flying it, went to the outside view and only half the plane showed. And it wasn't like half the plane, it was like pieces here and there. Like,
So like not everything rendered in?
not everything rendered in. So when I went back to the inside view, it was fine. When I went back to the outside view, it wasn't good. But when I did the plane again, it was fine. Same plane, just reloaded it. So,
I've had that happen before.
yeah. It's flown weather-wise, no problem. It's mimicked it well. It's just the issue of learning how to program it and pay attention to the buttons, because it's done so well that it doesn't always have, like, when you press the autopilot
Uh-huh.
on the King Air with the same system and it looks really close to the same, you can see the light next to the autopilot click on. Well, in that plane, it doesn't have it. It has a little indicator way over here that you're not paying attention to, and it's like, I pushed it on, I pushed it again, I pushed it. How many times did I push it now? Is it on or is it off? Why am I going down? So it's learning the plane that way.
I can see New Zealand.
I can see New Zealand. Everyone got their passports out? I guess you don't really need them yet.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
I don't need no stinking passport.
do you need a passport to go from Australia to New Zealand? Or from Tasmania to New Zealand?
Country to country, I would think still yet, yeah.
Or is it like how it used to be with the United States into Canada, where all you needed was an ID?
Even there, even that one's now a passport, so I'm pretty sure the world is wanting safety, so it probably is a passport of some kind.
But since we're in New Zealand, I want to pick up some of their lamb, because New Zealand lamb's the best.
Well, if you look around hard enough, they're probably still doing, one of the Tolkien books somewhere, a movie on one of them somewhere around here. Lord of the Rings, Hobbit. Is there another book out there that probably down here? Dylan?
You sell out of me. I've never seen any of them or read any of the books.
Run, you fools!
You shall not pass.
Now, one of my favorite movies and my favorite books, is The Da Vinci Code.
The what?
The Da Vinci Code.
Actually, wife likes it. Likes the movie, likes the actual book, and actually has done study on it. The book and the movie are nothing like what it should really be. But
I've read the book twice or 3 times. Watched the movie multiple times, and I also read the other book by Dan Brown, Angels and Demons.
Yeah. If you actually take an outside look and look down there, that's not ground peaking that you can see down through the clouds.
No, those are mountains.
That's ground. That's ground coming up through the clouds.
Yeah, those are mountains. Did you
Well,
know
it's
New
snow
Zealand?
over there.
Did you know New Zealand's quite mountainous?
Yes, I actually did know that. That's why I popped out to look. You got snow over there. It's not clouds.
Yep. Well, it's
starting to get summer there.
Yeah.
It's late spring.
Early spring.
Wait a minute, early fall, early spring, right?
Yep, they're exactly, they're what, 24 hours and 6 months ahead of us.
No, they're 6 months different, not ahead.
Depends on how you look at it.
We'll give you that answer.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too. I had 2 hot dogs for dinner, that's all I had.
Mrs. Zig made Mongolian beef over rice. It was pretty good.
Oh, that sounds good.
It was really good, except it's not very filling. It doesn't stick to the ribs, if you will.
No, but if you make enough of it and you eat like four times what you should, it'll eventually fill you.
Unless you feel like you're going to throw up first.
Okay, so I just looked at the picture in Zig's chat from Roy. That definitely looks like a 747 convention.
And we have land again.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been overland for a bit.
Yeah, well, I'm behind you guys, so.
Yeah. I'm actually just now crossing the coast. Still gaining a slight bit on Drako again.
Alright, I'm gonna have to let the dog out.
How would it be a good time?
Yep, be right back.
Opposed
Cat
to,
Mountains over there?
yeah, opposed to, oh, I gotta land. I gotta let the dog out.
Luckily, we're way over. We're above the turbulence, so it's not affecting us.
Right. Didn't they? Where did they do those last scenes of Star Wars? Was that down this way also, and off of New Zealand, or was that
Which
Ireland?
which
Scotland?
movie?
What is it? 7 in the Star Wars, the last one.
I have no idea. Never seen any of the new Star Wars.
The Farce Awakens?
Yeah, The Force Awakens. Yeah.
I saw
Although
It just
something's
wants me
telling
with
me-
you.
I'm thinking that was Scotland because of the way that the island was in the stone paths and everything on that island. For some reason, I'm going to have to check. My son would actually know that and be upset with me for not knowing.
82 nautical miles.
82 to CH.
Yep.
I just passed 88 now.
And then Stony, and then top of descent.
Okay, so you've got that on that one. We'll pull this up and look. This flight plan. We're here. ETE is estimated time until the end of that run, so. It's 31 minutes for this leg, 6 minutes until turn on Stony, 7 minutes on the top on that next one, and then 2 minutes till top of descent. But that also depends on ATC bringing us down.
All right. Let's hope ATC realizes that where we're at, it's mountainous and doesn't fly us into a mountain.
Center on 120.9er.
They should.
120.9er for Boeing. New Zealand Center, Boeing with you. Boeing, New Zealand Center, roger.
Now we're all sort of set for a landing on 34.
Yeah,
What's to say that this doesn't flip us around just to be annoying? All set this way.
can't imagine it would if the wind's still coming out of the same direction. But
Weather destination says, come on.
let's approach ILS 34.
Wind 34 at 14 knots, so
Are you guys programming in your approach?
I am. And are we doing vectors or are we doing actual waypoint?
because you're just setting up the GPS radar one that's in the game, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I do that one on vectors because it should be bringing us in IFR, and just the vector ones will help make sure I stay on course when I do that. That's what I do.
GPS will follow the vectors.
Well, if you're following the IFR, they're not going to let you get close to vectors, close to it enough. It'll bring you in and then set you up on the approach will be the vectors. So yes, vectors works best for that.
Okay. I'm going to trust you.
I personally don't like the vectors, but it may or may not work. Well, the vectors, then the ATC, you have to do what they tell you to do.
Right, until you get close enough till it says, until you heading this until you reach ILS, at that point you're almost on vectors anyways.
If you select the waypoint, it'll just put you right on approach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just selecting a waypoint. I don't trust the vectors.
I don't see any of the waypoints on the chart, though. The chart doesn't really...
I went with WN. It takes you out over the water and then gives you a big loop back onto the runway.
So let's see. So we're 217 nautical miles out at 3,200 feet. We may want to start to think about reminding ATC that, we need to come down a little bit.
It's not... Have we hit top of descent yet?
No.
No, but
We have one. We'll hit this waypoint at TOD. Looks like sun's starting to go down.
I got a lot more waypoints than that. My TOD.
I have got. I'm heading for CH now. Then I'll turn onto Stony, and then halfway between Stony and KI is my TOD.
Mine's after KI.
Oh, it also depends on what you put your descent at. Your
What
descent speed, your descent altitude.
What's yours?
Descent speed is 250 at 1,500 feet per minute.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I think I did mine at
That would make sense.
1,800 for descent, and then speed was 220. So depending on what you put that on, but then on
Yeah.
top of it, we're following IFR, and they're going to go drop down and maintain.
Right.
So at this point, it's all reference.
Have you guys noticed that the lighting in the cockpit looks different? Sun's going down.
Well, sun's behind us. When we took off, the time should have been about 2:20 or 12:20.
12:20.
Yeah, or once we actually got, that's when we jumped into it. So once we took off at 10 o'clock, it should have been 1 o'clock.
Well, it's
In
now
the
saying
afternoon.
it's now saying 3:09 for me.
Contact New Zealand
Yeah,
Center
so-
on 1100.2. 1100.2. Boeing.
If you reset it to that, that probably is correct.
New Zealand Center, Boeing, with you, flight level 325. Boeing, New Zealand Center, roger.
And I'm not sure where time zone is.
Where did it tell you that it's 309?
If you look down below your vertical speed indicator, there's a clock. It's actually saying 5:30 p.m. when I hover over it.
Okay, that's what mine says.
Okay, mine says 4:57, but when I hover over it, it says 4:47. So,
See, Moondog's always got to be different.
well, I reset time to the correct time.
2977.
Getting ready to fly over a lake, or this? No, wait a minute. That is sort of a break point. This is sort of a bay, and then we
Yeah.
more land there.
So we'll make a hard turn here in a minute.
And I'm redoing the follow from 10 days ago. I know that it didn't pop up on the screen, so I want to make sure I give this guy his proper due. I want to thank BP for following me on Twitch, which I don't know why he hadn't been beforehand, but probably just a slight oversight. He's hosted me, but he's not, actually following me. So pull this. I've got this.
And those of you on Moondog's
So-
channel should see my contrails turning, which I think looks really cool.
You're just far enough ahead. We don't really see the contrails. Yeah, I'm looking at the X gauge. Got it up there, and it's like I hadn't noticed before that it sometimes has the like the airport Christchurch down there on the represented on the X gauge map.
Yeah.
Making a turn.
It's such a sharp turn, though, you don't even end up. It's turn wider than the actual turn itself is.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that from you. nice down there.
Yeah. I've never, obviously I've never been to New Zealand myself, but I heard it's a really nice country.
Looks really great from up here, 32,000 feet. See, if I was in a different plane, I'd just drop down there and take a look.
Pull a moondog.
Yeah.
Let's go down here and take a look and see what it looks like.
I'm thinking if you did that in this plane, you'd have a whole lot of military aircraft coming to meet you.
Okay, I had gotten to 7 nautical miles behind you.
Yeah.
That turn put you so that you're now 10 nautical miles ahead of me again.
That's because that turn slowed you down a little bit, and I was coming out of the turn, so I was speeding back up.
Yeah.
I can see stars starting to appear. Then 10.5 nautical miles from Stony.
From where?
Stony.
One more time.
Stony. S-T-O-N-E-Y. Jackass.
I'm 18 nautical miles from being Stony.
Just wait till we play Civ 5. Watch what happens.
Oh, here it comes.
But I'm about ready to break into my after stream meal.
Jeez.
I just had my mid-flight snack, courtesy of Mrs. Zig.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go warm up the rigatoni.
I had
You
some
realize we're
leftover.
landing pretty damn quick, right?
Well, I said after flight. I'm like tempted to. I'm not gonna do it. You know, it's just one of those. It's like it's tempting. I know it's sitting there.
I had leftover chicken pot pie.
I have actually 2 regular roast beefs still sitting from Arby's that I need to finish too.
They got the meat.
I cannot wait for Arby's to come out with to finally come out with their venison burgers. I think that's supposed to be what, the 22nd?
I don't know.
If you want venison, just ask. I'll go out and just grab one by the freaking ear, bring it down to you where I'm working at. There was a herd, and I do mean a herd. There was like 5 bucks, all of them 4-point or bigger, like 4 or 5 does and a couple of kids with them too. You know, there was 12 or 13 deer.
I'm
Right
thinking
in
if
the
you tried to
backyard.
grab one of them by the ear, you'd get your butt kicked.
I grabbed it after I hit it with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
You don't understand. They're that close to the freaking backyard, and I actually opened the car door because they're sitting in the truck eating. After going to get lunch, came back and saw them. I opened the door, slammed the door. It looked up and said, "Eh." I opened the door and slammed it again. And didn't even look up the second time. So I'm like, to be honest, I could probably walk out there and go, listen here, dear, you're in the wrong place.
230.
Descend and maintain flight level 230. Boeing.
Have you dropped to 230?
Doing it now.
Mooney, Echo Whiskey Foxtrot. Turn right heading 015. Resume on navigation.
Watch your barometer change too.
2000.
Yep.
Turn right heading 015. Proceed on course. Descend and maintain 2000. Mooney, Echo Whiskey Foxtrot.
Slowing down to 250.
Did it tell you to slow down?
Never does.
Oh.
Just tells you altitude.
Yeah, it's up to you to manage your own speed.
And since I know above 10,000 I can go as fast as I want, but 250 slows me down enough to where I drop at a decent rate without covering too much ground. And screwing up my
past
TOD.
yours. Yeah. Missing turns.
Mooney, Echo Whiskey Foxtrot. Contact Christchurch departure on 122.3. Point 122.3. Mooney, Echo Whiskey Foxtrot.
This would be the portion of New Zealand where Top Gear did their "Nothing's Faster Than a Rental Car" episode,
If you say so.
where they raced the Kiwi yacht against the rental car, and it was like a Toyota Camry or something.
Sure. It's got dark enough for my panel lights to kick on.
Would they automatically kick on?
Please take your seats.
No, you turn them on, and then when it gets dark enough, everything kicks on.
Please take your seats. We are now descending.
Zig seems to have a frog hunt somewhere on his plane.
Barking spiders. guys would have to make it, so we're gonna have to land in the dark.
I didn't choose the route and I didn't choose the time.
Because it isn't hard enough. Moondog.
Well, I was lucky enough to land this plane at night with heavy air traffic and in the rain in Hawaii. That was one time.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Boeing, you are 65 miles southwest, turn left, heading 015, expect vectors ILS, runway 34, approach. Turn left, heading 015, expect vectors ILS.
Expect
runway
vectors
34,
ILS approach.
Boeing.
34 approach.
Yeah, somehow I got off on my IFR with ATC and trying to regain permissions on this. Climb to 27. Why am I climbing back up to 27? Expect runway 34. Alright, fine.
I see flashing airport lights in front of me. That's not us, is it?
Nope.
Boeing, descend and
Okay,
maintain
good. Because I'm way
11,000.
too high.
Boeing, turn left,
Whoa.
heading 345.
Descend and maintain.
11,000.
11,000.
Turn left, heading 345.
Oh,
Descend
shit.
and maintain 11,000. Boeing,
11,000.
Send it.
Heading 345.
Two 210.
Boeing, turn right, heading 010. Turn right, heading 010. Boeing,
Yeah, I've got a Boeing within 4 nautical miles.
That's probably me.
Yeah, at 21. Because I didn't do that, it wanted me actually to go back up to 27. As I start to go up to 27, it goes up, nope, drop down to 13. Make up my freaking mind.
So are you doing you're not are you doing vectors, Moondog?
I haven't done anything on that. I'm just gonna let them bring me in.
I'm
Well,
doing.
it told me to change to heading 015.
Yeah, I'm doing what they're telling me to do. I'm on a heading of 010. Heading down to 11,000.
I'm back.
Hello. You're back just in time for the crash. I mean, the landing.
Had to go help my mother.
And expect vectors ILS runway 34 approach.
Yep.
Wonder if I shouldn't just load that up as vectors. I think that's what screwed me the last time.
Boeing, turn right, heading 040. Turn right, heading 040. Boeing,
Okay, expedited.
Hmm?
No, they wanted me to expedite and return.
All right, guys, I'll catch up with you later.
All right,
Okay,
Dan.
Dan.
Have a
See you,
good
Dan.
night.
Yep.
I'm gonna do a save right here,
Boeing, turn right heading
just in
075.
case.
075.
Turn right heading 075. Boeing.
It's roughly
like I'm-
4 nautical miles, so that's a good distance between me and him.
I feel like I'm way above you guys.
I'm at 18.5.
I'm at 15. Going through 211.
Yeah, I am way above you guys. I need to drop some speed in a hurry, or drop some altitude. Turn right heading at 040.
Hi, Dylan. We are heading into, was it into Wellington in New Zealand.
Hey, Peter. Thanks for stopping in and watching.
We're actually on our.
Good morning.
We're actually working on our approach right now.
Passing 16 on my way to 13.
Boeing, you are 26 miles southwest, turn left, heading 015, descend and maintain 2,600, cleared ILS, runway 34, approach.
What'd you say your descent rate at?
2,600 until established.
Hold on.
Localized. Contact Wellington Tower on 120.0. Turn left, heading 015, descend and maintain 2,600, cleared ILS, runway 34, approach.
2,600.
2,600 until established. Tower on
And heading
120.0.
015. I'm sorry. What was that?
Descent rate, FS.
Well, I was at 25. I'm now gonna start descending at about 18.
Wellington Tower,
15.
Boeing is 25 miles south, inbound ILS, runway 34.
Send to
approach.
26.
Boeing, Wellington Tower, take straight in, runway 34, altimeter 29991.
2991.
5.
Make straight in, runway 34, Boeing. Wellington Tower, 20 Kilo Echo Whiskey Foxtrot, is 14 miles south, inbound ILS, runway 34, approach.
20 Kilo Echo Whiskey Foxtrot,
Right.
Wellington Tower, take straight in, runway 34, altimeter 29991.
Fly straight in, runway 34, 20 Echo
Oh.
Whiskey Foxtrot.
Alright, I'm actually picking up the glide slope now a little bit.
Yeah, I've got all the Hank, Magenta,
Pacifica 914, contact
ILS
Wellington
stuff on my
departure
heads up.
119.3. 119.3 for Pacifica
One click
914.
over flaps.
Wellington Tower, Cessna Zulu Kilo Echo X-ray Tango, ready for south departure at runway 34.
Cessna Zulu Kilo Echo X-ray Tango, cleared for takeoff. Runway 34 for south departure. Approved.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 34. Cessna Echo X-ray Tango.
Yeah, I got way too much altitude.
I was saying, the airport's way the hell over there.
Yeah, at 3-4 we actually got to, with ILS, catch it and make sure you're on
Well,
nav and not GPS.
well, the airport is at my 2 o'clock. I'm flying away from it.
No, it should be at like your 11 o'clock.
Oh, you know what? I'm coming in at 341, and I'm right now heading at 015, so it's gonna have me loop around. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I got it. I just don't trust how high those mountains are.
I'm not even online. It's not even. Dude, is it gonna loop me around?
Yeah, it's gonna loop you around. It's gonna take you off the nav line.
Alright. I'm way off the nav line. Did you ever load an approach?
No.
Yeah, my vertical speed did that thing again where it wasn't climbing, it wasn't descending quickly either. I'm probably way too high right now.
Well, I'm descending at 1500.
I'm still at 16,000 feet.
And I'm at 3,800 feet. Sink brake. Sink brake.
Yeah, it doesn't like descending at 3,500 feet per minute.
You think?
Well, I'm at 12 and I'm trying to get down. I'm supposed to be at 26 already.
Cessna Echo
Yep.
X-ray Tango, releasing my airspace frequency.
It's got me going off to the northeast of the airport.
It's going to yell at me, but I'm going to turn. I'm going to do a right turn loop here. And reconnect and catch it. Draco should be turning left right about now.
Waiting for them to tell me.
Or is it going to swing us in and bring us in from the north to the south?
Yeah, because we got to land on runway 34.
Yeah, which is headed more north, not south.
Because it said I was cleared and just to go straight in, but I'm already passing it. It's on my left-hand side,
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
and I'm headed north-ish.
Yeah, I'm on a heading of 015.
I'm on 020, so
Mooney Echo Whiskey Foxtrot, cleared to land. Runway 34.
Cleared to land, runway 34. Mooney Echo Whiskey Foxtrot. Ready to go, runway 34, IFR to Pandora.
World travel 774D for hold short. Runway 34. Traffic is Mooney Bravo on final.
Hold short, runway 34.
Yeah,
World
see, this is
travel
why I don't
774D.
trust the ATC and Flight Sim to guide me to the airport, because if I'm supposed to be landing at 340,
Yeah.
I should be landing from the ocean to the land, not from the land across the bay and into the airport.
Right. You should have turned left there.
So what I'm going to do,
That's That's why I did my right-hand loop. One, it killed the
Procedure.
altitude.
Select approach. Enter. 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 And that. Switch back to that. And that. And I'm gonna have it bring me in my way. Yes, I would do a GPS approach because they're just sending you off God knows where. It's like, oh, you're close enough. Figure it out the rest of the way.
Well, I even loaded a stupid.
Gears going down.
Gonna follow a big loop around and line up with the runway with like that because I said the ATC had us going in a completely different direction, then goes, oh, proceed straight in. Straight into where?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think when you're supposed to do that, you need to turn to the heading of your course, but
Well, the thing is, I was on the last course that they gave me.
right.
They never
Yeah.
said, you know, turn straight in,
Turn
to this
turn
heading
straight,
and
yeah.
proceed straight in. That would
Right.
make sense.
Come on, I thought.
Mooney Echo Whiskey Foxtrot. Turn next taxiway.
I don't think this ILS is the correct one either.
I don't know, that's what everything's given us.
Mooney Echo Whiskey Foxtrot. Contact ground on 118.8.
Come.
World travel 774 cleared for takeoff. Runway 34.
Oh, there's mountains. That's awesome. Fucking awesome. Yep. Yep.
Oh, there's the thing. I
Yep.
should be turned right there.
Yep. I'm done.
How did you hit a mountain?
Okay. Yep.
Okay, I gotta ask, how did that happen?
Well, what do you mean? I was at 2600 where it told me to go, and then was looping around and hit a mountain.
That was my first clue. Something was up when they told me 2600, and I'm looking and I'm seeing the airport flying past me, and I'm seeing mountains above me. I'm like, if I turn to get on to go towards this airport now, I'm gonna smack right into the side of a mountain.
Looping around, looping around.
Road travel 7748. Contact Wellington departure on 119.3.
119.3 for world travel 7748.
183.40.
How do you pause the game? What is it?
E.
Oh, just another crash.
That's the other thing I'm not a big fan of with this plane, and I don't know if it's with all planes, but when you have the auto speed set, when it makes a turn, it just guns the throttle. So then all of a sudden you're turning, you know, if you have your flaps already set at a certain level, now all of a sudden you're way over speed.
Alright, let's do this again. Because thought I was sort of headed towards it, and then it didn't drop altitude right. It didn't follow it in. My vertical speed got stuck above where it needed to be, so it then sent me on a missed approach, and I'm headed back out into the bay again. Heading 135.
Okay, so I'm heading 342.
Are you headed towards it now? I'm headed in the other away from it right now.
Well, according to what I'm seeing, I should be heading at like almost 350. And when do I hit the approach?
It should be catching it between 6 and 10 miles out.
Boeing cleared to land. Runway 34.
Cleared to land. Runway 34.
Get out from underneath there, Winky.
Which one of you is coming in first?
Well, I'm trying to, but can't get the damn engines to slow down.
Don't forget your auto throttle.
Oh, I turned everything
Speed.
off, including autopilot, the whole damn thing. I disengaged everything because it had me going.
Yeah, but if you don't turn off the auto make sure you turn off the auto switch. Also, it'll keep that going.
Shit, you gotta nail this just right. Otherwise, you're going right off the edge.
Boeing,
You know what?
contact ground.
I think I'm done with this plane.
118.8.
118.8 Boeing.
Wait, did you crash?
Yeah, because
Yeah, it's okay.
it's a nice plane for free, but the autopilot does not line up with anything. Alright, so I will
How
leave
far
you.
out do I need to go? Come on.
Well, it's FSX, so I'd say South America, and then loop around. I'll be right
Already
back.
going through South America.
Are you on your final, Moondog?
No, they have me still going back out for the missed approach. I tried to turn in and I'm about ready to cancel and just come back in.
It's almost like the waypoints don't line up with the airport.
Gears down. Flaps 15. Yeah, I know, 2,500 feet. I mean, you guys only have me like freaking 20 miles out. freaking far do you need to send me out to do a... But then again, logically speaking, it probably is out quite a bit. How did that get turned on?
It's
your
always
plane.
on when
It's
you're
always
flying, right?
Pick it up. Oops.
Hurry up and land, Moondog. I'm hungry. I need a snack.
Okay.
I know, right? I'm tired. I'm ready for bed. Oh, he's banking left. Oh, no, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
Bank left. Left on localizer.
Yeah, he's banking left. The airport's to his right.
Yeah, because I'm finishing getting onto approach line. That should be banking right here in just a second. Full flaps. $160. Yes, everyone's waiting on me. I took off last though, so should have been last to land. Lights are all lining up in the right spot. Crossing final approach now. 91. Imagine that. Definitely line at one point we'll kill the autopilot and just land it. Glide slope is coming down, so we should be catching it here in just a minute. Yeah, orbit 9157. Exit runway so I can land.
You should see me in a heap off to your right when you land.
Okay.
That's where I ended up after I bounced off the cliff.
Bounced off the cliff.
Yep. Oh, it's water, cliff, then the start of the runway.
So don't go short. That's what
Don't
Draco
go
did. He was short.
Yeah.
And then runway,
Don't go long either.
then runway, cliff, water.
Okay. Nice approach. I need speed 130. Okay, down 135.
And he's gonna go Roboto.
Don't tell me I'm going Roboto.
You've
For a
been
second.
Roboto.
Okay. Yes. I'm passing this bombardier that's trying to come in at the same time. He's going to have to veer off. See ya. 1000. Speed set for 130.
The longest approach ever.
Oh shit. I'm that pile of flashing lights to your right there.
Oh, okay. Disconnected. You gave me clearance to land, and then now you're saying I don't have clearance? Too bad.
FSX ATC, what do you expect? They'll send you into a mountain or yell at you for landing. Okay.
Yes, clear runway. Clear runway. So,
Nice job,
Yeah.
Moon Dog.
I want to put this in replay, and just for the last little bit there. And as I do that, we'll do this. Want to thank everyone for stopping in and watching us. Want to thank Zig and Draco for flying, Roy for flying with us until he had to go. Stop and check out the rest of the guys with the Monkey Show. Their links are down below. We fly every Saturday and Tuesday, so we will be flying next Tuesday, most likely all of us, if not some of us. We may even land with clearance. So check our stuff out. Everything is on YouTube is there. Have a nice night, and anything else, guys.
See you later.
See ya.
See ya.